Hello there, and welcome back to my channel. For this one, I'm going to do a nice, quick, easy snowy effect. How to make snow on the bases of your miniatures. And there's a few different ways that you could do snow, and this is the way that I tend to do a lot of my bases. So, I have my Night Haunt here, and we're going to put some snow on. Now, for the basic basing, I tend to use a combination of different techniques. I'm going to try and show all of them in one, just so that it gives you an idea as to what type of thing that you can do. That doesn't mean that you've got to use all of them in one on every base. It's just about trying to give you a few different choices. So, firstly, I'm going to use a Citadel Agrellan Earth. Now, for this is a like a crackle paint. So once this dries, it'll create loads of cracks and details and points and things like that in the base, which I'll show you in a moment. Now the thicker you place this, the bigger the cracks. So don't be too shy to put quite a bit onto the base, because once it does dry, it doesn't look anything like what it does when you place it on the base, as an example, well, anyway, it doesn't look anything like it does when you place it. So for this particular base, what I'm doing is I'm mixing that Agrellan Earth on one side, and on the other side I'm going to put this Styland Mud. And this is more of a texture base. So again, give you choices, there's a few different things. So this is kind of like a texture base with sand in, so it kind of creates a little bit of raised areas, bumps, things like that. Whereas the other one will dry into like a crackle texture, and once it's dry, I'll show you in just a second. I mean, you can use either one or both or whichever. So as you see, that Agrellan Earth now is dried to create this like cracked effect. Now that's great for snow bases because that can almost look a little bit like cracked ice, which adds to the flavour, that adds to the whole idea, you know. So once it's dry, I tend to paint the base white. You can use any white. For this, as you see, I'm using a white scar just to give you an idea. And I tend to paint the whole base white. And the reason for that is because once we go back and we colour this and we dry brush it and get the textures and things back, you'll kind of see how it goes. So now you see that the cracks and things like that don't look too prominent, they're just small areas that look like a little bit of cracked ice. Now from there, it works well to put a blue on, so a blue tone, a blue shade. I'm using a Drakenhof Nightshade for this. Drakenhof Nightshade is actually a very, very dark shade, so it's a very dark blue. You can use any shade, you know, the Army Painter blue tone, all these different things. You've got plenty of choices. And once it dries, it does dry up the Drakenhof quite dark like this. So what you want to try and do from there is dry brush the colour back up, but not straight away too bright. For me, I'm using a light grey to begin with, so that again you've got that white, the blue, and then a grey. Sky Grey from Vallejo is the one that I use, and that's a very, 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 very light grey. So it's not white, it's not grey, but it is very, very light grey. It's a really good highlight grey. So as you can see, we've got these areas now which look dark, then the areas that look like a mid-tone. And from there then, I will dry brush once more, so I'll dry brush again to create a real extreme highlight on top. So for that then, I'm going back to the original colour, the white scar, and as you see, now this is taking a much, much lighter, brighter effect. Just got to be careful when you're dry brushing, not to dry brush under your miniature as well. As you see, I dry brushed under my guy. But yeah, see, now you've got the darker areas where that blue has stayed, the grey then creating a mid-palette, a mid-tone, and then the white creating a nice extreme highlight as such. And so that creates a really cool effect and a really good base tone ready for where our snow is going to go. So for this I'm adding, like I said, just trying to show you a lot of different textures and a lot of different techniques that I use. I've got these Cobalt glass stones, which are great, great, great things for snow bases. Because they're blue anyway, they create a really, really cool different kind of, a different colour to look at on your base instead of just it being greys. So for me, I'm putting a little bit of super glue down, and it's going to cover up that hole that I didn't cover up originally, as you'll notice. And then with just a pair of tweezers, I'm going to place the glass on top of the super glue. so that I don't get the super glue on my hands, because I tend to do that quite a lot. You would be surprised as to how often I glue my fingers together. So there we go, just placing one either side as so. There we go, just putting them into, or working them into an area where I'm happy. And that's that. Now for the snow, the army painter do this battlefield snow here. And this is like a really fine sort of powder. It's quite a strange looking thing. I'll show you just now. And pretty much that's all you've got to do with this stuff. You don't need any colour or anything like that. You just need to mix it with not with super glue. You just need to mix it with PVA glue. So you can use any normal general PVA glue, because PVA glue will dry see-through. Now I tend to mix a little bit of water into this as well, just so that the PVA glue and the mixture takes to the base a little bit better. As you see there, I'm just putting 1 or 2 quick little blobs of water in, just to allow the PVA glue to move and react a little bit better. Now once you've got your PVA glue there, just want to add the battlefield snow texture onto it. Now you can add as much or as little of this as you want. Now if you put too little in, your mixture seems quite wet and too watery. If you put too much in, then it goes very, very gritty. But either way, once it dries, you get a snowy kind of gritty effect, which I'll show you in a sec. I'm going to mix this in. So. And it's just about trying to mix it to the point where you're happy with the consistency of the mixture. And once you've got that mixture, you just dab that onto the base. Now you can dab this as much or as little onto the base as you want. Now, from experience, with the snow texture, you don't want to cover the whole base. So what I've done here, as you can see, I'm just dabbing a thick consistency of this snow texture into specific areas. I'm also placing the snow on top of those rocks and those crystals, and once it dries, you get this amazing snowy effect like this. And as you can see, you've still got the little cracks and things like that poking out of the one side. Have a play, have an experiment, see what you think, see what helps, see what works for you. It's all individual. As always, thanks for watching, and I hope that this video helped you guys out.